stars up in the sky. You and I, there were stars in the sky. You and I, there were stars in the sky. Take this, I don't wanna break this. We're living in the moment, we're living in the moment. Your head is on my shoulder, we're never getting older. Baby, it's you and you and yeah, we're stars in the sky. Oh, you and yeah, we're stars in the sky.
And welcome to Driving Live Australia. That was Ototo with You and I. And this was a bit of a quick, let's put it this way, I just bought a new laptop because my old one crapped itself, so I wasn't intending on doing a live stream this afternoon, but I do want to test the gear out. So let's see who joins us for a drive. I'm just going to, I'm actually on top of Mount Gravatt. So let's see if we can position the car quickly. It's towards the sun, so it's a bit glary, but let's see if we can. And there's no ambient today because I wasn't really expecting to do this, so there's no ambient microphone, so no car sounds, just me sounds. And we'll see if it works. I think, except for the subscribers and stuff like that, it's not hooked up yet. But anyway, don't worry about that. We'll let's see if we can get a little bit of a view on Brisbane City. Before any traffic comes, but out that way is the city, and let's head down the hill. There's actually quite a lot of people up here today. It is a Thursday. It is a work day. I don't think it's working. I don't think there's a lot of work up here for the people up here. Oh no, there's a cafe, there's a restaurant. I've never even been there. Maybe another day. Right, so I don't know if any of my moderators are out there at the moment, or maybe Henry or something like that. But if you're on the live chat, say hello. Let me know you're there. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Like I said, just testing the new laptop, having to redo a bunch of settings. It's been chaotic. So Thursday afternoon, I finished work. It's a bit of a pain because I was working at Broadbeach on the Gold Coast, but I needed to run a piece of equipment back to Brisbane, the south side. But I'm having dinner tonight in Broadbeach. So there's a bird spotter. Taking photos of some birds up here in Mount Gravatt. Right. Well, this cyclist we're passing. This is the 4th time I've seen him come up the hill. So just have a think of that as we're driving down. It's a mountain. I don't know if I've seen this guy. It's the first time I've seen this guy, but the guy in the red I've seen 4 times. It's the first time I've seen that fella. Mad. Right, so we're back off to the Gold Coast. So the traffic is likely to be crappy. It's about an hour and a half. So that should be a good test and maybe get some good footage for shorts through the week. It's a warm day today here in Brizzy as well. I wonder what we'll see on the M1 this afternoon on the way south. But we'll make our way out to the highway, to the motorway, and we'll see what this afternoon has for us. It hasn't been too bad. I'll tell you, driving back around the 1 or 2 o'clock mark from the Gold Coast back to Brisbane was not too bad. But it all starts to go south after 2 o'clock with school. So I think it's still New South Wales school holidays today. But Queensland schools went back this week. So our old mate's just putting his seatbelt on in his truck there, so I don't think he's pulling out in front of me. All right, so no ambient today. As there's not that many people watching, most people that end up watching this will probably end up watching it not live. So I'll say it straight up. Make sure you subscribe, and then the notifications, hit that, set it so that you know when I go live, because that's the best time to interact. There's not a lot of people driving around in the world that I know about, live streaming and talking about road rules, driving, like road safety, driver etiquette, and motoring culture. So that's the plan. That is the plan. That's a nice Discovery. Black on black on black. And we have to head north to go south. So north along Logan Road. And you'll see Brisbane off in the distance. And it's school zone time. I don't know if I want that middle. It depends what side the school's on. I think it's on the left, so I don't know if I want that left lane just yet. It's just gone. Well, it's 2:30, so school depends on the schools, whether it's the kiddies will start leaving class yet. No kids in the playground. like after school mucking around, but I do want to turn left up here soon, so I'll wait till this Skoda gets out of the way. There we go. All right, so I haven't done a live stream for a couple of weeks because my laptop went kaput. So, bought a new laptop yesterday. Old mate didn't want to come out. I think he wants to go across a lane. So he's going to have to wait until the traffic moves. That's a pain for him. But I appreciate him not blocking up lanes. So being courteous of others. It's unusual. Oh, I mean, no, it's not. It's about 50-50. All right, so the GoPro up front. We got the Sony down back, pretending to be, well, it seems to be focused in on the back window. Oh, that's not good. I might have to fix that. Might have to find somewhere to pull over quickly. Blurry back rear view mirror camera. Let's pull over just here, just before the bus zone. Oh, look at that. Let's see what I can do about that camera, because that is terrible. Definitely better. All right, back in the saddle. Wait till this MG goes past. And then straight into another school zone. Yep. That time of the afternoon. Well, I did flash that Land Cruiser driver so that they could come across in front of me, gave them time and space, and they chose not to for some stupid reason. All right, where was I? GoPro up the front. Sony out the back. Rodecaster for sound. ATEM for the video switcher. I've only got the one camera through the video switcher at the moment. The back one is actually... The back one's coming straight into the laptop. So, there we go. Car sounding good, but you guys won't hear it today. But that's okay. We'll concentrate on good video footage and commentary. Fingers crossed. So I had a very interesting conversation with a work colleague yesterday about road rules and driver etiquette. I was mentioning how near my place up in Brisbane, there is a no right turn between the hours of 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the afternoon due to there being a lot of traffic. Now, that particular intersection, I'm pretty keen to actually just sit there between the hours of 4 and 6 in the afternoon on a weekday, and just watch, just see how many vehicles actually turn right there against what the sign says to do. Oh, this car sounds good. That back camera has frozen. Well, that's no good. Just as I got it working, now it's frozen. Yep, it is kaput. I don't know what's wrong with it. Don't know what's wrong with it. I don't want this lane because I'm heading south. So just as I get the rear camera working, it decides to stop working. Terrible. Just as I got the focus. It's all right. We have time. It is. I have time before dinner. And this is all about testing, so I will endeavour to pull up somewhere. Not on the highway, because that's just stupid. That's for emergencies only. But I might take the next off-ramp. And then come back on. Find an appropriate place to pull over and see what's going on with that camera back there. At least the front one's working, but it just looks weird with no review camera. So the M1 southbound. Just west of Mount Gravatt now. So I've don't know why the Nissan Patrol is going so slow. Oh, the truck in front. Oh, so we've just slowed down to, well, it's 90, so it's not too bad, but it just seems like everyone wants to travel 10 k's below the posted speed. Well, in the left lanes at least. But I'll take Logan Road, and I'll go and find a spot to just check this rear camera. Yes, still lots of New South Wales number plates up here in Queensland at the moment. Like old mate and his Toyota in front of us. And we're still on the motorway. Now we're doing 80. People just don't, and that's one thing we'll talk about today. People don't know how to take off ramps. You take off ramps at speed, at the speed of the posted speed. My phone's ringing at the moment, but I don't know who that is. And they've gone. So yeah, we'll talk about it and we'll have a look today and we'll see how many times people slow down on the motorway at 100 or 110, slow down to 80, 70, 60 k's an hour before they take the off-ramp. Off-ramps, look, if it's congested, that's one thing, and it does happen. But people do it even when it's not congested. They slow down 20, 30, 40 k's an hour below the posted speed on the freeway, on the motorway, before they even take the exit. Motorway exits are designed to take at the posted speed and then slow down on the off-ramp. So, when I cut a short out of this, send it to someone you know drives doesn't drive correctly. Oh, so I haven't been around. What's this, Garden City Shopping Centre? I haven't been here for a while. The whole south side of Brisbane's a bit alien to me. Oh, really? I don't get a green arrow yet. That's a bit terrible. Could use a bathroom break already. So old mate's pulled up next to me. He had the whole left lane, but for some reason he's gone right in the middle. I don't know which lane he's in, whether he's like, there was no cars in the left lane, so he didn't need to lane filter. He had the whole left lane, so I don't know what he's doing, but hopefully he won't cut in front of me. He's got the whole left lane. That's another thing too. Seriously, over motorcyclists that don't know how to lane filter correctly. Seriously, more motorcyclists don't know how to lane filter correctly than do. But he was okay. Stuck into his lane. Let's just chuck a righty down this street here. We'll go find a nice little place to park up and fix this camera. Shady spot would be nice. But I don't think that's going to happen. This will do. Somewhere I can do a nice big U-turn. All right, let's check this rear camera and see what's going on with it. All right. So I don't know the last time that I charged it. So it's probably just gone flat, which means it will come back to life for a little bit, and then we'll probably lose it again soon. And just as I need to take off and make a U-turn, peak out traffic. Anyway, so if that rear view camera turns off again or freezes, I'll just leave it there. But probably do need to charge it. Well, here's the thing, right? It's plugged into USB-C. So once it shuts down, it's connected to the computer. It will charge. And it will charge until I finish the drive. So once it, oh no, it's happened again, hasn't it? Well, let's see if it focuses on a car behind me. Come on, Audi, get nice and close. Oh, there we go. It's fixed. Whew. It had focused on the rear windscreen again. Anyway. Where does it say on my stuff here? It says it over here. 5 people. There's 5 people. Well, there's 4 other people watching. Who are you? Are you subscribed? If not, subscribe. This is just a test. The channel gets better than this. There's one of my favourite cars to our right there. You can just see the front end of it. The Ford G6E Turbo. I do really like them. Plenty of power. You can definitely turn up the turbo. There's some of them getting around with over 1,000 horsepower. So, good fun. All right, how do I get back on the highway? Stay in the left lane. All right, well, so the setup is the GoPro at the front is connected with a power cable, which is the USB-C, and it's got its own HDMI cable, which is what the signal's feeding from. So no troubles, because people who know GoPros know that the batteries chew up so quick in them. So it's on permanent power, so it should be fine. So there we go. We've lost the zoom, lost the focus at the back again. The Audi's up nice and close too. I'm going to maybe just go to a manual setting for the focus out the back. Wow. I did not think today's issues was going to be the back camera. I thought today's issues were going to be the fact that I had OBS set up really well on my other laptop. And some things, so YouTube, all good. Sign into YouTube, doesn't matter what laptop. Sign into YouTube, all the settings were there. All good, ready to go. OBS, however, I needed to reconnect using stream keys and all my scenes and my sources. So I had like 5, 6, 7, maybe about 8 different scenes set up from streaming for the last 3 months, and so I've had to reset up streams. I was trying to learn how I could copy them over, but it just didn't seem to work. I was trying to export and import. Okay, rear view is back in focus. All right, I don't often drive to the Gold Coast in the afternoon, during the afternoon hustle. We are going to lose this lane, so I do need to get over. Thank you, Mazda 3 behind me, going over 2 lanes. Give me some space. So this is where the Gateway Motorway joins onto the M1. And it's 100 here, but our variable speed signs are flashing ahead already down to 80. Because, again, you've got 3 lanes here, and you've got 2 lanes coming from the Gateway, and you end up with 5 lanes for quite some time, but people still can't merge. So the next flashing lights, 60. And we'll see if anyone crosses the solid line here. Everyone's behaving themselves this afternoon. Nice. Yeah. Oh, wow. It's like the gates opened and there's nothing in front of me for 100 meters. All right, time to sit in peak hour traffic. So for some reason, Springwood is terrible. Well, I say for some reason, I know why. It's because there's off-ramps and on-ramps, and people can't take off-ramps properly, and people can't merge on-ramps properly. So it's not for no reason. But let's just have fun. So we'll try and dissect the issues. And look, well, let's try and fix it. Like, it's just about getting information out there. So is there a better way that the authorities can construct off-ramps and on-ramps? Let us know if you think there's a better way that the infrastructure could be changed to make it better. Or is it just about learning and training? Is it about people wanting to be better drivers? I know the government is all about safety, road safety. We're going to stop. But the governments aren't very good at explaining to people how to be better drivers, as in, what's the best way to merge? What's the best way if you want to take the off-ramp coming up? How far away from your off-ramp should you be getting into the left-hand lane? What about spacings between vehicles? I've noticed, especially on-ramps, people be trying to come onto an on-ramp and there'll be like 10 or more cars and they'll be all up each other's butts. And then they'll all try and merge onto the motorway, but there's no space. People aren't giving each other space. If you look at the teeth on a cog, they all spaced evenly apart so that they can mesh. And I think that's a really good way of explaining how, if you've got cars decently spaced apart on the motorway and cars decently spaced apart on the on-ramp, that they'd be able to, as long as the speeds match, because that's the other thing, people can't merge at the same speed as the traffic on the motorway, which is what's important. So, having space and matching the speed, and that's the only way that two cogs will mesh. So the same amount of space on the teeth, same amount of space between the cars, and then matching the same speed. And that way, you don't have to slow the traffic down on the motorway. I think that's a really good way of explaining it. We just need to get the information out. And people need to take notice and want to know, want to learn, want to be better. As it is, most people just get their license, they do their learners, get their Ps, and then once they've done enough time on their Ps, they get their opens, but there's nothing to encourage people to want to be better drivers. They just do the bare minimum, get their license, and then that's it. That's it. And then they sit in bumper-to-bumper peak hour traffic, stopping where it's supposed to be 100 k's an hour. And that's another thing people do. People will see a gap in the right-hand lane and think, oh, the right-hand lane goes quicker because it's the overtaking lane. And they'll quickly, so many cars will just jump across in the right-hand lane. And when a bunch of cars do it, all the cars behind them end up slowing down, and actually the right-hand lane becomes the slowest lane. I was chatting with my workmate about that yesterday. Right. So that rear view camera is gone. So it's just going to charge now. So by the time I finish this trip, it will be fully charged. But for some reason, it's gone flat. I thought being connected with the USB-C not only would provide signal, but also power, but obviously not. Must be like a male camera because it can only do one thing at a time. At least when it does it good. So yes, what is the time? So it's almost 3 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon, heading out of Brisbane towards the Gold Coast. Normally, at about this time of the afternoon, I'm heading the other way. Let's semi-trailer back there. Gave me space to get across one lane. So it goes from 4 lanes to 3 lanes here. So here's a congestion point. I might just get over another lane. Now, it's about here, I believe, where it says no trucks in the right lane. So here it's no trucks in the right lane from Springwood down through to the Gold Coast. And where it's 3 lanes, and when it's 4 lanes, it's no trucks in the 2 right lanes. And I know I did a post about it. I did a short about it a few days ago. So already the right-hand lane has slowed down more now than when I was in the middle lane. There's the semi-trailer that I was in front of. So just proving a point. It's so backwards. So normally the right-hand lane, the overtaking lane, is the faster lane. Even when most of the slowest traffic on the motorway sits either in the middle lanes. So if it's 3 lanes like here, the slowest traffic sits in the middle lane. You can quite often overtake in the left lane, which is perfectly fine. It states in the TMR road rules that you can pass on the left. As far as I'm aware, you can do that all around the country. I looked it up in New South Wales a couple of weeks ago and found that as long as the multi-lane motorway has lane markings, you are allowed to overtake on the left. So most people I know, including myself, have always thought that New South Wales you can't overtake on the left, but you can. I don't know too many motorways that don't have lane markings. But it's there for everybody to read in the road rules for New South Wales. Stop-start traffic. So I will say one thing. When I'm just driving and I'm going home and I'm not getting paid to be in traffic, it is frustrating. If I'm driving in traffic for work, it's kind of okay because I'm getting paid to do it. So don't get that upset by it. There's a broken down car on the shoulder on the left. And the other thing is when I'm live streaming. If I'm live streaming, I actually don't mind. I seriously don't mind what traffic I'm in. As long as the aircon works, which it does in this car. Oh, that's what I've done. For anyone who watched a live stream a few weeks ago, I'm trying to remember where I drove. I think I drove from the Gold Coast back to Brisbane along the M1. I did. I left the Gold Coast and drove home. It was about 2 hours worth of driving. And this car, for quite a long time, for about a year, 18 months, would just constantly beep at me. So to describe what it was like, just imagine taking your seatbelt off and driving and just having that chime just bing, 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 constantly. That's what it was like, but it had nothing to do with the seatbelt. It's got to do with the one of the park brake motors on the back calipers is not working properly, and the good on Volkswagen likes to remind me of it. So I thought if I'm going to live stream in this vehicle again, which is cool. I remember Henry, what were we doing that day? We were trying to guess what kind of car I was in. And Henry finally got it, the Volkswagen Passat with the VR6 and the 4Motion. And I think he Googled it to find it, but that's okay. Good on him. Good on you, Henry. But I know Middo, one of my moderators, it was annoying the absolute bejesus out of him. So one night last week, I decided to remove the dashboard out of the car. I found the speaker located on the back of the dashboard after I'd pulled it all apart and removed it. Does not need to be there. I mean, pretty much all that speaker does is it's an audible chime to tell you that there is a check engine light or a warning light on the dashboard that you should look at it, because we know a lot of people don't look at their dashboard when they're driving. They don't realise they've got some sort of malfunction or some sort of issue until it's too late. But I'm not too bad at looking at my dashboard, so I thought I don't need that audible chime that goes off every second I'm driving, so it is gone. And I'll tell you what, the driving experience is so much better. I mean, I zoned out. I used to not hear it, but if I go back and I watch that live stream from a couple of weeks ago, it is annoying. So it's gone. Oh, 20 kilometres an hour in a 100 zone. How much fun. I wonder how long this goes for. I'm looking at Waze. So again, Quadlock needs to sponsor me at some stage because I keep unpaid promotion. I keep mentioning because my phone's in the Quadlock, suction cap to the windscreen in easy view. Got Waze up there. How good's Waze? I rate it. We will have to look because the no trucks in the right lane or right two lanes, there might be some caveats. Like, for instance, if it's congested traffic. So, like, keep left and less overtaking. It's from 90 k's an hour and over, and that's all around Australia. Actually doesn't come into effect when there's congestion. So there is no keep left and less overtaking when it's congested. So what is congestion? Personally, I would say that when traffic is not doing the posted speed because there's too many cars and it's ended up being a bit of a traffic jam, I would say that would be congestion. So you'll need to you have to have a definition, otherwise how do you know when that rule comes back into effect? So after we speed back up and we get back up to the 100 k's an hour here, 110 down further, then that's not congested, so then keep left and less overtaking. Another word that I want to know if there's a specific definition for is give way. Like, we need to give way at give way signs, give way to others at roundabouts, give way to traffic already in the lane that you might want to be moving into. As traffic speeds up again, we get up past 70 k's an hour. Oh, I'm up into fifth gear finally. Yoo-hoo. And so give way. Oh, and we're going to stop again. And again, the right-hand lane seems to check up and stop more than the other lanes. So I think when I get a space, I'm just going to sit one lane across into the middle lane. Give way. What does give way mean? I need to look and see if there's actually a page of definitions or a chapter full of definitions in the TMR for Queensland or any of the other states. Because what does give way actually mean? I don't know that there's a definition in the road rules that says what does give way mean. My own experience would be that giving way to another vehicle means that if my actions makes another vehicle have to take evasive action, then I'm not giving way. So I need to look and judge and think, okay, if I pull out now, that vehicle's going to have to hit the brakes and stop. So therefore, I shall not go because that would be giving way. Whereas if I look and I think, okay, yep, I've got time and space here, I can move and not impede any other vehicles or make them take evasive action, swerve, hit the brakes or whatever they need to do to miss me, then that would be giving way. Oh, hello. All of a sudden the chat's filled up. Max, g'day mate. Sorry for the late notice, but it is, I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't expecting to do this, so I'm Just testing the new laptop. And who else? James. Hello, James. How are you, mate? What did you do last night? Did you go to Roma? Did you go to Roma and back? Like, what did you do? I have no idea. I was too busy trying to get the new laptop working to take a lot of notice, but it almost seemed like whilst James is away, the other guys will have a play. It seemed like a pretty funny stream last night, anyway. And Mal, good to see you there, mate. I'm tell you what, I'm having GR Yaris withdrawals. I'm having 3-cylinder turbo withdrawals. That's what I'm getting. What? Rex? Oh, James, that's sick. Yeah, awesome. As there's a broken down motorcycle sitting on the shoulder. Looks like it's run out of fuel. The helmet's still sitting on the handlebars. Crazy. That's pretty cool. You do seem to you do mention the Roma service almost every stream you're out there, so that makes sense. And I tell you what, the crews they're pretty cool, especially with the stream, the signs that they put up, the waves, everything. Yeah, they seem like a great bunch of people. No, that's cool. So we are. Okay, so I started the stream at the top of Mount Gravatt because I needed to bring some equipment back from the Gold Coast because it was on hire. So I've brought it back. I did pack my laptop, but I didn't pack the ambient microphone. It's still left at home. So no ambient noises. And yeah, I just wanted to see if I've got all the settings with OBS. I had to reset a bunch of settings for OBS onto the new laptop. Obviously, things like YouTube, just sign in because it's online, so all the settings were there for that. But OBS, I had to restart it all on the new laptop. So hopefully I'll fine-tune it a bit better now that I have been using it for about 3 months. Yield. Yeah, sorry, going back over what you wrote, Maxi. Yielding, yes. Give way or yield. I do. Well, they have the same shape signs, don't they? It's a give way sign. It's a point down triangle with a red border that says yield, if I remember correctly. So same sign means the same thing, even though it's a different word. Oh, well, at least and we slowing up again. It seems like when traffic slows down to a crawl or a standstill, it's almost like it's random. Like you don't know when it's going to happen. And then all of a sudden everyone's jumping on the brakes. As we get a motorcyclist lane shouldering up the right. You're risking getting a flat tyre. There's a lot of debris on the shoulders of the road, so you do end up playing Russian roulette on your motorcycle. Lots of flat tyres come from shouldering. I know a lot of motorcyclists say they tend not do it because they tend to get flat tyres. Max is all over it. What a legend. Right, so giving way means to slow down and if necessary stop, prevent crash from happening. To prevent a crash from happening. Is that it? To prevent a crash from happening. So I can cut people off as long as we don't crash. Really? I don't know if is that Google AI telling you that? In the morning, this is where you slow down. As soon as you get to the 110 zone, So it's pretty much happening again now. So there's an off-ramp here. And then obviously just down a bit further, there's another on-ramp from the same area. And it seems like every morning you'll be doing 100 Ks an hour, and then you get to the 110 zone, and then boom, you basically stand still every morning. Even during school holidays, there was no reprieve. It was still just as bad. Yeah, Max, I totally believe that's what it says. But if you know me, you know I'm very literal. So I would say, okay, well, I can pull out in front of someone as long as we don't crash into each other. That's giving way, even though they might have to hit the skids to avoid crashing into me. For some reason, that doesn't... I would challenge that in court if I could afford to. Nah, fair enough. Maxie, good on you for looking it up, mate. What's happening with you this afternoon? How's Sydney? What's the weather like? It's supposed to, even though the weather looks really nice right now here in southeast Queensland, it is supposed to bucket down tomorrow. So, tomorrow, Friday night. James, do you have a stream lined up for tomorrow night? You guys have been smashing out the stream. It's been awesome. Yeah. Like most people who know me know I'm very literal, because words have meaning, and they should be used correctly. The weather's a bit how's your uncle, but at least the sun's out. At least the sun is out. I mean, if you're going to sit in peak hour traffic on a Thursday afternoon, it's cold as Charity. Is Charity a person? Is she an Eskimo? Is Charity from Antarctica? Because then that would be cold. Another thing also, something else that I like to do, peak hour traffic on the motorway. Motorcyclists are obviously allowed to lane filter, like this motorcyclist coming up on the left now. So I'm doing just over 20 Ks an hour. He's actually doing pretty good. He would be just around the 30 K an hour mark. There's a motorcyclist lane filtering pretty spot on. And again, lane filtering instead of shouldering, mainly because he's got a big fat rear tyre, and it's a lot easier to pick up debris and get a puncture. So, so if I'm traveling below 30 kilometers an hour, I tend to pull to the right-hand side of the lane if I'm in this right lane, or if I'm in a middle lane, I'll try and be dead center in the middle of the lane. But as we start lifting up over 30 Ks an hour, where lane filtering is not supposed to happen. Here we go, some more lane filtering. Where lane filtering isn't supposed to happen over 30 Ks an hour, I'll just pull back in the middle of my lane. Now, if a motorcyclist is gonna lane split, they're gonna lane split. There's nothing I can do about it. As much as I wanna, as much as in my brain I imagine I can do something about it, there's nothing I can do about it. So, but yeah. Yeah. So sitting here doing 20, 30 Ks an hour when the speed sign it says 110. Yep. Thanks, Mel. You know what it's like? I often think this. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're in like a Lamborghini or Ferrari or something quick when you're stuck in traffic like this, because you can only go as fast as everybody else. I guess it's a bit different if you're in a nice luxury, comfortable car. Like a friend of the channel, Red, picked up a 740 BMW. It's about 20 years old. Needs a bit of work, but geez, the mod cons in that thing, like reclining back seats and all sorts of carry on. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, Max, you haven't driven up here for so long. We're going to have to get you up here, mate. We're going to have to get you on a plane. Maybe when OPN are live streaming. We'll get you on a plane so you can shine the light. We'll get you up here and drive you around for a weekend or something. That would be fun. I'm sure you won't be allergic to that. We could take you for a spin in the GR Yaris maybe. You coming across? Let's come across. Yep. Come across into my lane and then hit the brakes. It doesn't make sense. And then watch as the lane that you were in goes faster than the lane you've just entered. Possibly. All right, so we're kind of passing out of Logan into the Gold Coast now. So we're at Yatala, so the pie shop off to the right. We have the Gold Coast street sign, the street lights in the middle of the highway just here. And if you've not seen them, they spell out the word Gold Coast. But you've got to be not on the highway to see it. You've got to be over on the hill, over to the east to be able to see it. Oh, and the Qashqai back into the third lane again. Oh, second lane. Oh, why don't you just go all the way over to the full left lane? And they do. You watch. I'll just stay in the same lane and we'll probably end up in the same spot in traffic with them. It's actually been a bit difficult to try and get over into the third lane. It's just so much traffic. And I wanted to change lanes, but the car behind me did. Not that we can see because my camera's ditched itself in the back there. So I've just been stuck here. And what do you do? Just enjoy the drive. Well, Maxie, I tell you what, come up here. Oh, what is going on with my my ears? Something going on back there. I've lost a bit of sound in one of my ears, I think. James is all over the street lights. Maxie's changed his mind on one of his messages. But, yeah, come back up here for a weekend and we'll go to the Yatala Pie Shop if that's one of your stops. Absolutely. And we're going to come to a full stop. Almost a standstill. Stuck with the 2 p.m. morning shift finishes. As in 2 p.m. So morning shift, finish at 2 p.m., all driving home. And the school. And school. Not everyone lives locally to the school that they send their kids to for some reason. Don't know why, but my right ear isn't working. Oh well, that's life. Yeah, no, James was saying as a more lane filtering. So yeah, sticking to the right of the lane as the motorcyclists come through. It's what everyone should be doing, but most people don't even know what lane filtering is. Yeah, whatever happened with the... I know that those signs were going to get... I heard that they got switched off and that they weren't going to use them. But they're on again. Not right now, obviously, but at night they're on. Well, I mean, what's better? So that's the street lights that signify you're entering the Gold Coast, even though you can't read them whilst you're on the road entering the Gold Coast. So that does seem a bit silly. Or that red monstrosity at the border of Queensland and New South Wales on the M1. Like, I'm sure there's a story behind it. I'm sure it's supposed to signify something in particular. But I don't think many people would know what that is. Could be like a survey marker. Maybe I should know what it is, considering that's my other job. Oh, the things we do. Oh, that's a Commodore. Yeah, no, where is it? Where'd it go? I don't know if it's behind or in front. But yeah, that was, I'd say, a VT Commodore. That purple thing that was slammed with a couple of shotgun exhaust pipes. I think it was, what, up on in the second lane, up ahead. I do remember seeing it in my peripheral vision. So, yes. VT Commodore, maybe VX. If I see it again, I'll take more notice. But that was definitely a Commodore. But I'll keep a lookout for it. Because it was, I would say it's probably the most interesting car on the road at the moment. I'm just trying to get my microphone sitting in a better position. I did notice I moved it, and then my right ear started working again. So maybe I'm trying to chew it without chewing it. See the front guard? Yeah, we'll see if we'll see if they've stayed in the same lane or if they're doing some lane hopping to try and get ahead, but I can't... I have no idea if it's in front. We could just go back over the footage. I keep forgetting. We might be streaming this live, but we can... I mean, you could go back and have a quick look. See if it got ahead or behind. Max, of course. You've got... that's the best thing about... Well, I tell you what, the best... I'll sit down and watch Bathurst. My sound is really good. Okay, yeah. Well, I'll leave the microphone right there. It was a bit dodged. Like, for some reason, my right ear dropped out. And then I just moved the microphone a little bit and it come back. So, thank you, technology. Bathurst. When live... well, let's say... I used to get Bathurst recorded onto VHS. We're talking back in what, around... I specifically remember 2003 because I was working on Palm Island up near Townsville and we had to work on the Sunday, so I didn't get to watch Bathurst. So I had a friend of mine videotape it for me on VHS. I believe that's called pirating. But, well, you know, it was over 20 years ago now, so what are you going to do? And one of my favourite cars, the AMG C63 over on the left there. Definitely one of my favourite cars. And I remember we had like another week or so before we headed back to Sydney to go home, where my friend had videotaped Bathurst. And I'm pretty massive on Bathurst. I don't want to be disturbed when I'm watching it. Anyway. And just before I got home, I think I was at the airport, and one of my mates, who was probably one of the only other guys that likes Bathurst as much as I did, he comes up to me And instead of saying, hey, did you see Bathurst? Or do you know who won Bathurst? Or do you know, he just goes, oh, how about Scafey winning Bathurst? Instantly destroyed 6 hours of, sitting down and watching. I think I lifted him up off the feet by his neck and said, how dare you? That's not how you say it. You ask somebody. You don't spoil it. Anyway, since we've been able to record or at least watch footage back, it's been amazing. Seriously, what did we do over 20 years ago? Oh, VHS, obviously. VT or VY Commodore, yep. And I didn't even look directly at it, Maxi. I just remember seeing it like, as all people driving should constantly look around and take in what's happening. Oh, there it is. That's a P, and I knew it would be a P-plater as well, because that's a P-plater type car. There it is. It's back there. Number plate 07K4D, maybe DO. It's got whatever sticker on the back. Haven't been able to read that yet. But that's definitely a P-plater type car. I mean, that's a classic Bogan car. Forgot to see if it was a V. It's not a VY. It's definitely not a VY. VYs have got a little bit more. Oh, Jesus. Seriously, there was a Harley, seriously, down the left shoulder, doing maybe 120. We're doing 20. It was at least doing 120 on the shoulder. Holy crap. That was crazy. Seriously, who does that? Well, I mean, Harley riders. Not all Harley riders, but definitely a lot would do something like that. Wow, that was crazy. And I don't know if we even got that on the. I don't even know if you could see that. You wouldn't be able to hear it because no ambient today. But that was at least 120 k's an hour on the shoulder whilst traffic's doing 20. Wonder if my work colleague would think, that's okay. He's not hurting anyone. It's okay to break this. This is the conversation we had yesterday. It's okay to break the law as long as it doesn't affect or hurt anybody. Now, I've been trying to come up with certain things that just doesn't work for. Like, where do you draw the line? Like, so my work friend says, if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, he'll just run red lights, run stop signs, not use indicators. Like, he just doesn't see the need to do any of that. If there's no other cars on the road. If there's other cars on the road, he will stop. If there's other cars on the road, he will use his indicators. If there's other people that will see him. But if he's literally the only car on the road, and then it's like, where do you draw the line? Like, how far would you go? So, for instance, if a 12-year-old got in and drove a car, and it doesn't hurt anybody, and it doesn't affect anybody, and he gets in, or she gets in, and drives a car, goes to the shops, buys some stuff, comes home. Is that okay? Like, is that not, have we not crossed the line there? My work colleague. Yeah, Mel, I still have a bunch of VHS home videos and stuff from TV that, well, why would you put it onto DVD? Wouldn't you be putting it onto a hard drive? Like, I remember putting stuff onto DVD back in the day, and like now it's like I would go from VHS. I've still got a VHS player, and I can connect that directly to the laptop, and I can hit. I need to do that. Like, I've literally got a whole box of VHS I need to go through. Some good home videos, some old mates that I haven't seen for a while. That'd be good fun. Always busy, always got projects, always doing something. Need to find time and space. VT, yeah, it was definitely not a VY because the VY VZs are a bit squarer. Well, look, there's a speed camera on the left-hand side of the road there. That will be doing absolutely nothing at this time of day. No one's speeding. Oh, well, actually, you know what? I betcha that Harley that went past before was caught on the speed camera, and what could you do about it? I betcha. I bet you they've covered their number plate on or don't even have a number plate. It is amazing how many motorcyclists I see on the M1. There we go again. It is amazing how many motorcyclists I see on the M1 in the morning that don't have number plates on or cover them up, have them tilted up at an angle so you can't read them. I mean, I think that is a sign that you know someone's going to ride like, let's just say, with no respect for the law or other people. I'll put it that way. A little bit different in the tail lights and the grille and stuff like that. But if you quick glance, they look the same. Same as VY, VZ, very, very, very similar. Basically just a facelift. VX, just a facelift VT. VZ, just a facelift VY. What's for dinner tonight? I think I'm having steak. I can hear sirens. Now, where are they coming from? This is always a fun one. Max, yeah. How is your piece of high-tech hearing equipment going? It's a VY. No, sorry, a VX. It's a VX. That's right. So that's a VX Commodore. It's got the high beam. Is it the high beam part on the VX headlight? Scallops into the bumper bar. So the VT just has like a conventional shaped headlight, whereas the VX has that high beam part of the headlight, which sort of drops down, and there's a bit of a scallop out of the front bumper bar. So that's the front. That's one of the front differences between the VT and the VX. And I'm a Ford guy. Follow up next week, Max. Good stuff. Hope all the best with it. Hope it goes well. And there's an app on your phone that you can use to control it. Technology. It's a little bit Black Mirror, Max. I hope it doesn't take over your brain somehow. I don't know. Max, have you ever watched Black Mirror? Has anybody out there watched Black Mirror? Well, I hope they tweak it in a nice way. But I hope it's been working well for you, mate. Oh, my blurry rear view camera pays to keep your equipment fully charged, doesn't it, James? James, after every stream, you must just go home and just whack all of your power banks on the charger. You must... Crazy. Yeah. Well, the difference between, I believe, and I'm just trying to think, between VT taillights and VX taillights, one of them has the taillights in the boot. I think the VX, is that right? The VX has taillights similar to... So VT Calais had extra taillights incorporated into the boot lid, but the lower models just had taillights in the rear quarter panels. And I believe when it went to VX, they had the taillights across into the boot. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to remember from 20-something years ago when they first came out and all the little nuances between the models of Commodores and Falcons.
But yes, we'll if I get a look at the tail lights, it's how funny is it? Like I've literally not changed lanes. I've been just stuck in the same lane the whole time, and that Commodore will end up in front of me. It'll end up behind me. It'll end up in front of me. It'll end up behind me. We all end up around the same spot. So it doesn't matter how much you change lanes or whatever. You'll you don't really get ahead. Yeah, dinner tonight with my friends who are not watching. She's not watching at the moment. Hopefully, she's probably out shopping and buying a steak. That would be nice. I'd eat the meatballs, but I believe that meatballs are made with bread. Not a fan of bread. Actually, I am a fan of bread. I do like bread. It's just not in the diet at the moment. So let's have a look. We've been following the XC40 Volvo, the B4. Can anyone tell me what the B stands for? I think I know what it stands for. I was chatting to Red yesterday about it. I think the B stands for, and I've not looked it up and I don't know, but I know in other countries, petrol is, the word for petrol is benzene, or they use benzene as a petrol. And I'm going to hazard a guess that that's what the B stands for. I know you've got D models and T models. So you've got your B4 in front of us. A T4 would be a turbo 4, T5, T6s. Well, they used to be like like turbo 5-cylinder, turbo 6-cylinder. I've got a T5 at the moment, which is a 5-banger turbo. I used to have a T6, which was a twin turbo S60. That was a T6. But they don't, and like a D4 would be a diesel 4-cylinder. But I think somebody changed the naming convention back not long ago. And now it doesn't necessarily mean that. Like, you can get a T6 and it's a 4-cylinder. It's got to find something to take over. There's a bit of grey matter up there, Maxi. As my left ear drops out again. That is weird. And off-putting. It's like I'm losing my balance. And it just, well, that's weird. And it's not like I moved. That just sounds so weird. Come back to me. Come back, right speaker. Now we're doing over 40 k's an hour as my right speaker comes back, and there's lane splitting. Oh, don't worry, he's not hurting anybody. It doesn't matter, break the law. As long as it's not affecting anybody else, it's okay. Just be a criminal. It's okay. There's too many rules. Too many rules in the world. If there wasn't, it would be like the purge every day. Geez, you go well, Max. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, this headphone, and they're only new too. They're still under warranty. These Audio Technica headset boom mic. For some reason, my right ear is glitching in and out. One day I will have all my equipment working spot on. Rear camera. Although the I'll tell you what, this laptop was going all right. Oh, well, let's see. How far do I have? 7 people watching. That's all right. Well, I've only got 17 kilometres left to go. So I'm doing under 30. If a motorcyclist come past, I'm just going to say what speed I'm doing so we can sort of gauge at what speed motorcycles tend to lane filter or lane split. If they're doing it legally, I'll call it lane filtering. If they're doing it illegally, I'll call it lane splitting. That's my way of describing it. So 16 kilometres until I get to my turn off. So obviously there's no real point. The people in the left lane should be the ones taking the next exit when it's all congested like this. I'll tell you what though, driving this road every day, backwards and forwards, 3 hours a day, one thing I see so much of is someone in the right-hand lane that is wanting to take the next exit. And the next exit, I'm not talking the next exit's in like 5K's time. I'm saying it's in 500 metres. So many people will be like, oh, there's my exit. Oh, I've got to get over. Oh, let's just stop all of traffic so that I can get across because I'm more important than everybody else. Is my USB-C plugged in through a brick? I think so. I think it is. What's a brick? Is that like a technical term, or do you mean like are you being a clever and you mean an actual like house brick? Because this is what happens when I'm not an IT savvy person. I don't know if you mean like a brick. Is a brick like a power bank? Because don't people call a power bank a brick? Is my USB-C. Well, which USB-C? I've got so many USB-Cs at the moment. Even iPhone is now connected with USB-C. Although, shameless plug again, I'm using my quad lock and it's so it's charging through its through the pad thing at the back, not through the port. So here's how many USBs. Well, actually, this new Lenovo computer, it's supposed to be like a gaming computer, so it's supposed to be good with the graphics and streaming and what have you. We'll see how it goes. It's going okay so far, but its connector is like it's just it's a different connector than I've seen. But anyway, that's okay. My last laptop has a USB-C power connector. So I kind of had two ports. One was a power and data, and the other one was just a data. So, but now I'm down to one USB-C. It goes to a, what do you call this? A hub, like a little hub thing, and then I've got plugged into that the front camera and the sound, the Rodecaster. So the front camera. So the ATEM Mini, so my video switcher and my sound board are plugged in through that hub, which is into the USB-C. I've got my rear camera, which is now just sitting back there charging and not videoing anything. Oh, let's answer a phone call. Hey, Red, you are on a live stream. But you wouldn't know that because you don't watch them.
I was about to say you are on a live stream.
Oh, were you going to tell me I'm on a live stream? How did that happen? Oh, jeez.
I just saw it and then I remembered as I was calling.
There you go. But you're driving, aren't you? Aren't you driving?
I am driving.
Yeah, you are driving. And you got little one with you?
I got a monkey, yes.
Okay. Hey, monkey, how are you? Can I watch something with you? What would you like me to watch with you? What was that? Oh, dude, you know I like the Minions. I'll come watch the Minions with you, just not tonight. Not tonight, little monkey. It can't be tonight, but how about another night? Well, I'm down the Gold Coast tonight, mate.
Yeah, he's on the Goldie, Bubby.
Yep.
Near Surfers Paradise.
I will be.
Yeah, you can drive from there and come to Daddy's house.
I could, but I won't be there till way after your bedtime. How old are you now? 6 years old in one day? Six going on 16?
Yeah, so I'll talk to you later. That's
Yeah, no, I'll give you a call after I finish the stream, mate.
enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy. Peek out. Peek.
To the followers.
Hey, we'll make sure we get the phone hooked up through the soundboard next time, so you can actually be on.
Yeah, when are we taking the Volvo out?
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll chat about it after the stream. All right, adios, amigo. Bye-bye, monkey. Bye. Yep, that's one of the next things to do. I'll put the phone through. I can't do it while I'm driving, but I can put the phone through onto the Roadcaster. That would be, and then it will be direct through. So sometimes we should definitely make. Actually, you know what would be funny? If we're driving in traffic and some idiot moron is driving like an idiot, a moron, and they just happen to have like their work number or something on their van or on their truck or something like that, and we could give them a call and just say, hey, you're on Driving Live Australia. How are we just following it at the moment and just watching you drive like a bit of a moron? No, probably won't say that. But it would be interesting to see what their response would be. There's the C63 again. The TS33 number plate C63. So that's like the first generation of C63. It is my favourite one. It's got all the right angles. Beautiful car. Massive brakes. I'm not really fussed on the black stripe up the side of that one, but the black roof, definitely. Every car looks good with a black roof, except for an AC Cobra. They just look good with no roof. Max, it's just simple. I don't remember the last time I actually charged the rear camera. And at the moment, the rear camera is plugged in through USB-A into the laptop, and it doesn't come in through the video switcher because I don't think I can place it where I need to, as in, I think I'm going to have to keep the rear camera through on the USB-A port because if I use it through the video switch of the A10 Mini, I can't position it where I want to. If I do picture-in-picture, I can't put it up in the middle at the top like a rear view mirror. Whereas if I bring it in as a different source, I can. But I will be putting, there's a, Red will be happy. That was a rocket. Oh, no, was that? Oh, it was a V-rod. A night rod. What's a brick? Have you answered what a brick is? Oh, is a brick? Is that a hub? Is that what a brick is? Maxi, help me here. I've got this black thing that you can plug all sorts of things into, like USB, I think two USB-As, two USB-Cs, HDMI. I am going to start to come across now. Is that what a brick is? I call it a hub. Not quite as magnificent as a docking station, but I'll just call it a hub. Is that what a brick is? Because I've definitely got stuff plugged through a brick, if that's what a brick is. Oh, the brick. So is that a transformer? Is that what a brick is? So as in, well, I've got about 3 of them in the vehicle at the moment. So the new laptop has a brick, if that's what a brick is, and it's a transformer. It goes from 240 down to 12 volts, 9 volts, whatever it is, yeah? Yeah, no, that's kind of what I'm doing. I don't have any issues with power with the new laptop. The best thing about the Passat wagon is that the battery is in the back left corner of the wagon boot area. I have an inverter plugged directly to the battery, and then I have my lithium battery plugged into the inverter. So I'm like fully charged. And then from my lithium battery inverter, might come across another lane. Let's do it. Oh, look, and I end up behind the same Volvo. I have the lithium battery / inverter has a GPIO outlet, and that is what I have a power board the laptop computer soundboard plugged into the power board coming from the GPIO from the lithium battery inverter. Then there's also a power socket, so the AKA cigarette lighter, and that's what my router is plugged into. So it's on its own circuit. And then I've actually got a power bank as well, which I've got the GoPro plugged into, as well as my mobile phone. Because, funnily enough, I don't have a cigarette lighter in the front of this car / power source because I pulled it out. What was that ding? Oh. Okay, now I've lost front camera. What is going on? No, I haven't lost the front camera. I've lost the feed. What have I lost? I've lost something. Oh no, I'm back. Okay. So I've got the antenna on the roof. Maybe I'm just in so much congestion. There's so many people around here on mobile phones and using data. I mean, using, what do you call it? Bandwidth. So 7.5 Ks before I take an exit. So there's a couple of more exits before my exit. So meaning I don't want to be in the left lane until the exit before my exit, just to give that lane clear for people to go off and obviously on-ramps to come on. All right, so I'm back. I thought I lost the front camera for a sec then, but no. I just noticed I noticed there was a bit of a freeze on the stream. Yeah, I would say the bandwidth is copping a flogging, in the words of Wise Max there. It's like being in a festival, isn't it? You've got so many people around you. And so there's a car that just went across the painted traffic island onto the on-ramp just to what? Gain an extra 10 cars? Because they're going to have to come back and merge in. If you do that, again, in the words of my friend, oh, he's not hurting anybody. He's breaking the road rules, but he's not hurting anybody. That causes congestion. That's just a selfish move. So what? He pulls out, goes across the painted traffic island, uses about what? 200 metres of on-ramp before he has to merge back into the left lane again. And what does he get ahead by how many cars? Maybe 10 cars? Or does he get ahead by like 10 seconds? But shows his shitty, selfish motives doing it. Wish I could just send all these people to North Korea. Maybe we'll talk about that one. So that's the big question today. Is it okay to break as many road rules as you want as long as it's not affecting anybody else? It doesn't hurt anybody else. And if that's the case, what road rules out there would still be, no, that's not. Like I said, a 10-year-old jumps in the car and drives down the shops to buy some bread. Like, is that not crossing a line? I'm going to mention Lisa. I met Lisa last week, and she lives in the building that I've been working on in the Gold Coast. Lisa said to me yesterday, she's like, how good would it be if between the hours of midnight and 5 a.m., I think 5 a.m. might be pushing it because 5 a.m. there's like plenty of traffic on the motorways, but she's like, between the hours of, come across, bro, between the hours of midnight and 5 a.m., there shouldn't be a speed limit on the motorways. How about that one? I mean, I kind of like that one. Well, if there's not that much traffic, how good would it be if there was unlimited speed? Like it was basically an autobahn from midnight till, let's say, 4 in the morning. From midnight till 4 in the morning, geez, I'll tell you what, you'd have a lot of nocturnal people that like driving their cars fast, sleeping through the day so that they could get up and drive fast at night. I mean, if that was the road rule, how fast would Brisbane to Brisbane to the Gold Coast? You could do like Brisbane to the Gold Coast in like 15 minutes. Crazy. T3 at Mascot Airport in Sydney. Yeah, I reckon that'd be a bit crap for internet too. But I think if like a concert. A concert's a place where, yeah, not really making phone calls or sending text messages. You're definitely not really sending photo texts. So this is definitely the lane that I want to be in because after the Smith Street motorway peels off to the left, then the left-hand lane, it'll go from 4 lanes to 3. So this lane will become the left lane. And then I will be taking an exit in about 5 Ks. How far? 4.7. Not a bad guess. But again, because it's 4 lanes merging into 3, there will be congestion. It gets like this in the morning too. So 9 times out of 10, I take the Smith Street motorway, which is just on the left there. You know what? Let's take that one. Let's go this way. Let's change direction. And we'll leave the congestion and the next 5 kilometres of M1 for all of those turkeys. And we'll just go this way. Maybe we just go down onto, how about this? We'll just go down onto the Gold Coast Highway and we'll just take the Gold Coast Highway. We'll take a little bit of the Gold Coast V8 supercar track, the front straight. That's always fun. This is the Smith Street motorway, Max. There's still a little bit of work. There's a bit of road works going along here. But yeah, we'll go this way on the Smith Street motorway. I know I've well, last time I was in this car doing a live stream, we were going the opposite way, and it was pretty chockers. Back up to 80. I do regret not packing the ambient microphone, the Rode wireless mic. That does work well. It has been working really well. So, let's get into the middle lane. So the left lane, it's like a really long. You can see. So let's talk about this. On the left of me, you have the dots. And on the right of me, you've got the dashes. Obviously, on the outsides of the lanes, you've got the unbroken lines, the shoulder. But that's what I call them. So you got dot, and you usually have the dots where it's a merge point, which this left lane is, and it's just about to go into a solid line because the left lane will exit. Is that onto Olsen Ave? Oh, look, I've got an alarm sounding at the moment to put my footy tips in, but I was smart and I put my footy tips in earlier. So now we've got from dot, we've got these really long dashes, which are a lot longer than the normal dashes. Now, is this, I'm assuming that's like the last minute before it goes solid, and there you've got left lane is its own exit. And then after Olsen Ave, we'll have something very similar as an on-ramp, and then we'll have 3 lanes again. And then you'll have solid line for a while, dots, and we've got some roadworks as we head off down there towards the university. As we go over Olsen Ave. Yeah, let's check out how busy the Gold Coast Highway is this afternoon. Actually, we'll be driving right past the building that I've been hanging off, that I've done a few shorts from. Which shorts did I do? Ah, that's right. A guy driving an old Mercedes-Benz convertible with his mobile phone on his lap, and someone called me a snitch. I didn't even snitch on him. Let's do the left lane. I like to do the left lane. We've got a left lane for a little while. Less cars seem to use this lane, or if they do, they tend to turn left off and free up this lane a bit until we get up to the top of the hill in a couple of Ks, and then it goes back to 2 lanes. So I do find this one goes a little bit quicker. Less traffic in the left lane. Are we watching for the MG to come across? No. Have a look at this. There's like no one in the left lane. Pays to take notice. When you're driving, to notice which lanes move quicker and which ones don't. What's that? A VZ? A supercharged VZ. I think it's a Calais. It's got a bit of extra chrome on it. Are you turning left, Mr. What is this? A Nissan Patrol with a trailer. Picked him. He's turning left. Definitely a Patrol. Can tell Middo's not on the live chat. Otherwise, he'd definitely be confirming that that was a Nissan Patrol. I'll tell you what I've noticed today. I know that the biggest selling vehicle in Australia at the moment is the Ford Ranger, and followed by, I believe, the Toyota Hilux. But I have seen so many Suzuki Jimnys, especially today, like just lately. It's like so many Suzuki Jimnys. They must be getting up there as one of the most popular cars in Australia. All right, indicator on. Let's move across. At the merge point with all the little dots. Thank you to the Honda behind me. Is that an electric thing? I don't even know what that is. A Honda City or something? Little hatchback thing. I thought I turned my alarm off. Oh, there's another one. What is this little Honda thing? It is a Honda Fit. What is a Honda Fit? It's a hybrid electric vehicle. Honda Fit. I don't think I've ever seen one. And he's turning right, so there he is, just off the right there. But a Honda Fit. That's the first time I've ever seen one. It is kind of cute. Is it an import? I mean, they're all imports, but is it a JDM import? Maybe we look at the we'll do a rego check, Queensland rego check on its rego 947 MX2. We'll do a rego check on it and see what year model it is. I don't even know if it's like brand new or if it's a bit older. The old Volvo S60. As we go through the red light camera on a green light. Not a speed camera, that one. I know some red light cameras are also speed cameras, but not that one. Pays to know. Who drives a Jimny from Darwin to Sydney? I mean, that would be a fun little trip. Let's be honest. I reckon that'd be a fun little trip. Pack up the Jimny, you and another. Chuck some swags in the back, go camp out. How long did it take, Max? Was it like a 5-day trip? Stopping in at the Berkeley Homestead. Was it Barclay? Barclay Homestead. Should say it correctly. I haven't been there for about 30 years. Maybe 25 years. He didn't have to drive the Jimny all the way from Darwin to Sydney. He could have just bought one in Sydney. There's plenty of them. So many. I remember when this new Jimny came out, it was like a year wait, 12-month wait to get one. They were so popular. And because it was a 12-month wait to get the new Jimny, it's a few years ago now, that pushed the prices of old Jimnys up because a lot of people were going to trade their old Jimny in for a new Jimny. But because they couldn't get one, that made the, supply and demand. The price of old Jimnys went up. I remember I've got one. I've got a 99 Jimny at the moment with some plans for that. My flatmate, my former flatmate, she bought the soft top version, so the Spanish-built Jimny. The soft top Jimnys were built in Spain, not Japan, and they used the older motor, the older 1.3 litre single cam, I believe, not the twin cam. Yeah, it's about 4 days to drive from Darwin to Orange if you're sort of just not sightseeing. There was a whole family, 2 vehicles. Fair enough. Southport. Weather's really nice right now, but we are definitely expecting rain tomorrow. 95% chance of rain tomorrow. So that means there's a 95% chance I might not be hanging off the side of a building tomorrow. And you know what? Oh. What just happened to my... What are you doing, GoPro? Oh, GoPro. What are you doing? GoPro run out of battery? What the hell? Okay, we're back. I don't know what it just... maybe it timed out. How long have we been going for? About an hour and a half? Maybe it was like a 90-minute timeout. It just shut itself off. The battery, I doubt the battery's flat. It's plugged directly into a power bank. Anyway, thank you, GoPro. That was weird. Weird. What is... and look, now we take the turbo lane. The turbo lane. Up against the Mitsubishi. Is that what's next to me? Is that an Outlander next to me? Well, it died in the proverbial. Well, yeah, it did, but it's... well, it sort of just shut off but then turned itself back on again. Like it stopped. Well, it's not recording though. That's the thing. It's not recording. It's just the signal just goes from the GoPro through into the Puda via the ATEM Mini, via the switcher. Oh, what's it doing it again? No. Oh, maybe I'm just so far behind everybody else. Gold Coast. Like the Gold Coast proper as we come over the bridge. We will stay in this lane. As we will continue to stay in this lane. Yeah, anyway, the GoPro. It turned off and then back on again really quickly. And then all I needed to do was hit go again. Like hit stream. Just needed to hit the stream setting and it was good. So yeah, it was like, what was it, off for like 20 seconds? 30 seconds max? What's that BMW? Oh no, I don't think it's an M2. Might be a 2 Series M Sport, something like that. Brisbane Bullets, is that the actual Brisbane Bullets bus or is that just advertising? Is there actually a basketball team on that bus or? Who watches NBL anymore? I remember when I was growing up as a kid in the 80s, NBL was mad. I used to follow the Brisbane Bullets. Crazy. I remember when they won I remember watching them when they won the competition. My cousin used to cheerlead for them. And then I remember the NBL went broke or whatever happened. It went bust, stopped. And then they brought it back again, but it's never the same. Does not interest me. And I played basketball for 20 years in the Army against the Navy and the Air Force and what have you. So I don't even know what that car is. It's definitely not an M2, but it's an M Sport. So like a 220i or something. Could look it up. Could do the check. Looks like the change of route was a good move. Oh, Max, I reckon, hey, like, I reckon even just cruising, like from here, I don't know, but if you look on the over to the left, you'll see the ripple strip. This is the last corner of the V8 supercar track, and then we'll be along the front straight, which isn't quite straight. So obviously, it's got a big curve. So, but yeah, we're just about to enter onto the V8 supercar track. And here we are. We are pretending we're a V8 supercar. And if we needed to go into the pits, we'd take the exit to the left just now and enter pit lane. And you can see all the grid positions here on the road. They're still painted here, 24, 22. And this white line that I'm about to cross, not this one. This is 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. And that's the start line. You coming across, ma'am? Yeah, there she goes. So yes, this is, still the pits would be on the left. This is still the main straight. V8 supercars are doing, what, 250 odd Ks an hour right here? Sometime in October. 110 minutes. That was a few minutes ago. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's 110 minutes. It's close to 2 hours. I don't know. For some reason, it just decided to turn off. As we come into the sort of high-rise area of the Gold Coast, oh, all those red lights. But that's okay. But directly ahead is the building I've been working on for the last few weeks, fixing the windows. So basically, the window vinyl, so that's the rubbers that hold the windows in, have basically perished in the sun and wind and rain. So we are pulling them out, cleaning around the outsides of the windows, and then we're putting Sikaflex, so a type of silicon. We gun it in and then smooth it all over and fix it up with a little spat and move to the next window. So, Beryl. She looked like a Beryl. She looked like a Beryl. That's a good name. She got across safely. She was playing chicken a little bit to start with. She was like, should I go? Should I not? And then she decided to go. So across the tram tracks. So the V8 supercar track goes off to the left. And then it's the southern corner and then goes across to the, then goes up to along the beach. All right. So, yep, directly ahead of me, over those trees, is the building that I hang off. Have been for the last little while. So, yes, done a few. I've taken a little bit of video footage from up there. Let's let this BMW out, hey? What's that, an X5 or something? X3? X3. Come on, young lady. I say young because I'm just being polite. Geez, it's quite tentative. It is an X5. Look at that. That was a very cautious maneuver. I don't know if she's a very confident driver. Anyway, so not the little building that's got Centrepoint written up there, but the couple behind it. But they're the ones we well, the big one, that's the one I hang off. And I just want to say, I don't think they're ever going to watch it, but Patty and Rob, beautiful older couple, and their cat Bo. Oh, Bo is a legend cat. We need to make our way through their apartment to get to their balcony so that we can climb up our ropes from their balcony. And they've had us coming in for a couple of weeks now, and they are a delight. They are seriously such beautiful people. And I made a suggestion yesterday we should chip in, put some cash together, and buy them a gift. I already chatted to them. I was like, oh, do you guys like chocolate? And they're like, not really. And I was like, what about red wine? Do you drink red wine? And they're like, you're not buying us anything. And I'm like, wonderful couple. Oh, good time. Good times. Gold Coast. I could live here. I could live here. I was working up the Sunny Coast for a few months towards the end of last year, and I kept saying, Sunshine Coast is so much better than the Gold Coast. I'd so moved to the Sunshine Coast, so much more than the Gold Coast. And then I've worked down here for the last sort of 6 months, and it's growing on me. It's definitely growing on me. I don't know about the electric bikes. There's too many delinquents on electric bikes. Just, I can't even. What do I say? They're no rules. No rules. They just fly around on electric bikes everywhere. So there we go. Nice and high up there. The Chevron Renaissance. I can still see our ropes hanging off the building. So yeah, we start on the 6th floor and mark our way up. 48 floors to get to the top. And I normally slow down, turn left here, and drive into underneath the building there. So that's where I normally work. Lately, at least. That's where I'll be tomorrow. So if you want to drive past and have a wave, oh, let's be honest. She's a pretty girl. Hello, pretty girl. She looks like a real estate agent. Right. Where am I going to finish my stream today? That is a great question. Oh, so Lisa's just asking me if I got a good. I saw this splashing around off the coast yesterday, and I was looking. I was like, "Is that a boat or a jet ski?" She goes, "Oh no, that's just waves." And I was like, "Really? It's not that shallow out there." And then it turns out there's some humpback whales migrating north out there, and they weren't just swimming; they were playing. They were like breaching and all sorts of carry on. And then yeah, I don't think I got a very good video of it, but. No, I don't think I got a very good video of that at all. Anyway, she's asking for it. I'll send her what I got. And what else? Well, that's right. Somebody tried to call me before. I don't even know who that was. They did leave a message. Okay. I might have to listen to that later. All right, Maxie, thank you for hanging out with me this afternoon. I appreciate it. There's a few other people hanging out there. Maybe they're not subscribers. Maybe if you're out there and you're listening, you should subscribe and then set your notification bell so that when I do go live, you'll know, and then you can join us and you can jump on the live chat and you can have your say. Haven't even rehearsed that. That was just off the top of my head. But I shall be home tonight, and I shall be. We'll look at doing, now that I've got a new laptop, we are going to do something on the weekend. We'll definitely do a stream on the weekend. Thank you, Max. You're all over it. Copy and paste. Boom. 07 LP. I'm just interested. 07 LP. So that is a 2024. Oh, so close. So that BMW to our right there. I picked, because there's no badges on it. They've debadged it, which is cool. I do like that. And I picked it as a 220, but it's a 230 coupe. 2024 230 coupe. Now, I don't know what that means because BMW have decided to change all their numbers up. I know it's a 2 Series. That's fine. But the 30, I don't know what that means. It used to mean it was the 3-litre. But it might mean that it's a 2-litre turbo now. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I'm sure they probably have a 220, a 230, a 235. I'm pretty sure there's a 240. And then the M2. Anyway, I'm not really up to speed with the BMWs, but I'll say I'm not really keen of the lines of that car, but I do like it. Like, it's nice, but it's not for me. I like the white and the gloss black trim. That looks cool. And I mean, how much are they? Like 60, 70 grand or something, maybe? I mean, cool, nice little car. If someone gave it to me, I'd be okay with it. If someone gave me one, I'd be happy. Happy to go for a little hoon. Middo. What's Middo doing? Middo's sending text messages, but I don't think he's on the live stream. Middo, yeah, what's he doing? Oh, sending photos of what? Kangaroo. Australian wildlife. Well, he's off somewhere, isn't he? Where is he? I can't remember where he said he was. Yeah, thanks for everyone who has joined us today. The channel's in its infancy, and it is slowly growing. But as soon as I get all this technology stuff sorted out, like the new laptop is here. Oh, I've got the. I can see that now. The Normally, when I set the GoPro up, I have to take away like those little bits. I'm not going to be able to stop there. Have to take away the battery. What do you call that? All the fluffy stuff around the edges. There you go. It's really hard because it's like it was hidden in behind the overlay, so I just have to kind of do it off memory. No, the Jimny, so many Jimnys. Oh, there's a Urus, Lamborghini Urus. Jimny with chunky tyres. That's cool. Hey, Max, what's going on? What's this? What's that thing there now? Oh, really? The tech has been 110% better than the past for you. Well, maybe that's because you've got your new gizmo. Like, my rear view camera is on the blink. The GoPro decided to stop at some stage. I haven't quite hooked up. I'm trying to use Restream, and I've bought, like, I've paid money to get the bought version, and I tried to log onto it on the new computer last night. I couldn't. So hey Max, maybe we have a bit of a chat later. Maybe it's a firewall issue or something, because I can literally log on to Restream on the old laptop, and I could log onto it on my phone, but for some reason I can't log onto it on the new laptop, so I couldn't use Restream as the server and then restream it to Facebook and TikTok. Go Scooter. Wow. Oh, so Max, what's this little crown thing on the live stream, on the live chat? I see there's a little crown next to your name. Who else is there? I saw one next to my name before. James, he's got like a crown and the number 2. So crown and number 1. What is all that? Is it only I can... Oh, XP. What is 25 XP? What the hell is going on? Broadbeach. And the casino to our right, the Star Casino, and the new big buildings that they built. One of them flooded earlier this year. I believe right up on the top, one of the fire hydrant pipes, welds burst, and it flooded for a good, I don't know, 12 hours, 24 hours. Caused a lot of damage. Lucky no one's living in there at the moment. As we continue to drive to the south. I don't have to be at dinner for a little while. Maybe we end the stream at double OL. Double OL. How long will it take to get there? Ways. Well, so I was working... Oh, holy crane, Batman. That's massive. So the building I was working on down at Broadbeach a while has this big crane on the roof now to lift up their stuff. It's crazy. So yeah, everything's working okay. The tech is going okay. I just need to log on to Restream. So maybe I'll try and do that later, Max. If you're at home and I can give you a call. It's a loyalty thing, yeah. Well, Max, you're my number 1 loyalty thing. Have you ever seen it before? It's not just on my live stream, is it? Like, is it on other people's? I've never seen that before. So, like, I'm looking. You've got, like, a number 2. Mel has a number 3 beside it. So you can see this too. I've never seen this little crown thing before. And it was blue, and then purple number 1. I don't know what that all means. We might have to look that up. You might have to Google that, Max. What's this YouTube crown number thing? All right, traffic's probably going to get a bit crap This is the Gold Coast Highway. But from Broadbeach, which is where we are right here, Broadbeach tram station, just behind us to our right, just past it. From here, heading south, the new tram lines have been going in, and it is chaos. Now, I think it's going to be cool when it's all up and running, and I'd be more than happy to use the trams when I'm back down this way, and they're working. I'm not quite sure where they're going to end up for this stage, down past Miami somewhere. Yeah. I am curious to know, because when I can see there's a little thing where it says live chat up the top, and it's got a little purple crown and then 25 XP. You've picked up a bug, buddy. All right, I won't call you, but you can well, what was that? Oh, so that was why I can't log into Restream on my new laptop, but I can log on my old laptop and log on my phone. And like I said, the first thing I would think of would be a firewall thing. So I might have to have a look and see. But I did kind of have a look last night at like the firewall thing, and it didn't say. Like I can remember back in the day, you could there was a thing where you could allow certain programs through the firewall, so that you could, if you knew it was a safe site or whatever, a trusted site, you could allow programs, allow them access to the internet or whatever. So, but yeah, for some reason, I type in my username and password, and I know it's correct because I use it for my laptop, my old laptop, and it works, and I use it for my phone, and it works, and then I do it on the new laptop, and it just won't work. So, yeah, XP is usually something you get in games. Now that we're having these two conversations, we're talking about this XP coming up on the live chat. Well, I did notice it because I did start the live chat when I said something. Let's just type in XP, not CP, XP. Okay. And now I just typed that in, and now there isn't one. There's nothing. So, Max, do you see that above you? You've just typed yeah, and you've got a little. I typed in XP question mark, and it's now there isn't a thing next to it. So that's weird. Just want to thank the Amarok driver. Gave him a wave for letting me in. I mean, he's just doing what he should do. It was form one lane. Did it merge like a zip? Merge in turn. Merge one left and one right. So we did it right. Yeah. Maybe I got no XP points because I haven't been commenting enough. Well, I'm driving, so yeah, no, of course I'm not commenting. Oh, hello. I can't deny it. And a very athletic person just ran out of the gym to the left, and I was distracted. I don't think I can say that any more respectfully. Right. Watching the bus. I am ahead of the bus. The driver's not even got his eyes on the road, so still taking passengers. Amarok's right at my butt to try and get in front of the bus too, so he doesn't get stuck behind it. Oh, you know what? I like it when everybody kind of helps each other on the road. It is one thing that I say, that everybody has a responsibility to help everybody else get to where they're going safely. And as, time efficiently. So allowing people to come in, waving people in, you know, just obeying the road rules and everyone just doing the right thing actually helps traffic get to where you're trying to get to quicker. And it's so good when you drive around and people are just doing that. It is actually really fun. It's fun to drive when people are doing all the right stuff. When you just got a bunch of turkeys on the road acting like a pork chop, it is just road ragey. So road ragey. How long is a piece of rope, Max? How long is it going to take? You know, when they give you an ETA on how long it's going to take to do a project like this tram line to the right of us here, running down in between the lanes of the Gold Coast Highway, add another 50% onto it and you'll be close, right? So, like, look, I'm on the tram line right now. I get to drive on it before the trams do. So does everybody else driving here too. So, like, I'm not special, but yeah, I don't actually know, but it is coming along. Like, so many workers. These guys just nearly home time, people. Nearly home time. How far is it to Coolangatta Airport? That is a good question. How far and how long? Let's have a look. Oh my God. Stop. Wow. It is just, well, I mean, that's a fair way, isn't it? Pfft. Gold Coast Airport. Well, I mean, we're doing a live stream. Why not? 35 minutes. 35 minutes. Will that take us to about 2 hours? Something like that. Hey, you know what? I got this subscription here. I can actually... So, well, why don't I do that? I can actually see that. So, our latest subscriber, I believe his name, John Denton. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Bustarino 911. Tell me you're in America somewhere. Thanks for subscribing. That's pretty awesome. Not another car channel. That's true. I like it. Well, thank you for subscribing as well. Are you going to get in behind me? You better get in behind me. I know you can't see because there's no rear camera. But little Mazda 3 was just scooting up the up the left-hand side as it merged, and ran out of time and space. Had to get in behind me. So let's expect if it goes back into 2 lanes, which I think it does up here for a little bit of time. Here's a tram station, a tram stop. I don't know what suburb that one will be. So, even Waze is telling me to turn left and go along the waterfront and get off the Gold Coast Highway. But we won't, because we're creating content. So, I reckon everyone that's turning left at that intersection back there is using Waze. That's what I reckon. Because the 300C in front went that way, and the Mazda behind me went that way. All right, who have we got whilst we're at a red light? Tex, EKZ. Is that Tex X? Is that my friend Tex? Welcome. Marcus Milne. Randy Buck. I know Randy. Randy, good on you. I know you said on Facebook that you had subscribed. You want to win the Lexus ISF. I know you do. Who else have we got? Bob Jackson. That's a real American name, isn't it? Bob Jackson. Paul Min. Harm G. Harm. I remember the word harm, the name harm off of that show from the 90s. Jag. Jeez, it's bouncy along here. Even at 40 k's an hour as we head towards Miami. Stuff living. I mean, you know what? It'll probably be okay. Nah, I've lived on a semi-main road before, and it is so shit. Like, why would you? Like, living on a main road, but if your access is like from a side street, that's fair enough. Like if you're in a high rise or something. But I've lived on a main road where access was through from the main road. And it is just peak hour is struggle to get in and struggle to get out. It is just shite. So yeah. Magic Mountain. I remember when Magic Mountain was an actual thing. A proper thing. Back in the day. And that's up on the hill, just up there. All right. So yes, there goes the BMW up the left hand. She's gonna make a few. Well, I don't think she's got manners, but anyway, she's gonna make a few cars. She's gonna end up a couple of car lengths ahead. That's the turbo lane. What else? Ashton Campbell. Welcome. What else? I don't think my trackpad, my mouse pad is working very well for some reason. I'm using it, and it just wants to go everywhere. Pack Munchies. Did I say that correctly? Pack Munchies. Welcome. Who else? Is it Jean Pierre? Or Jean Pierre? Jean-Pierre Aguil... I can't even say it. Come on. Oh, help me out here. Been streaming for 2 hours already. That's cool. We will just go to... Hey, look, you know, there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with ending at the airport. I mean, it's a. Well, speaking of Coolangatta Airport, I will say this: some friends of mine up Sunny Coast Way asked me on Saturday night, a bit of an emergency, would I help drop a friend to Coolangatta Airport? She wasn't even flying. She was just meeting some friends at Coolangatta Airport in the car to drive to Byron Bay. And but that was the request. It was, can you please drive? She'll meet you at your place. She was going to catch a train down from Sunny Coast, meet me near my place. I'll pick her up and then drive her from Brisbane, North Brisbane, down to Coolangatta Airport. So then she could. It was like a three-phase trip for her, and so she's a Japanese. She was a uni student that stayed with my friends like 6 odd years ago, I think. She was saying, and yeah, she's come over for a couple of weeks. So yeah, and why not? Absolutely wonderful person. Never know, might catch up. And it was just one of those things. Is that my car making weird noises? That's weird. So yes, but she didn't catch the train down. She ended up catching an Uber. It was like $160 Uber. I totally would have gone up and picked her up from the Sunny Coast if I knew she was going to Uber. Like, it was mentioned at some stage, and I thought it sort of just didn't think twice about it. And then yeah, so the Uber driver doesn't even drop her off at the right address in the morning. Good one, Uber driver. And then, but I found her. She jumped in the car and drove her to the Gold Coast Airport, and where she then went to jump in another car and go to Byron Bay. So she could. I do believe is there flights that go from Sunny Coast Airport to Gold Coast Airport? She could have even flown. Anyway. It's what we do for our friends. I really do hope I catch up with her again back in Japan. She doesn't live far from Tokyo, so when we take the live stream to Japan next year, hopefully she might be involved. We might pick her up and take her for a drive. That would be pretty awesome. And her name was Ellie. So Ellie, I think you said you were going to subscribe. So if you have and you end up watching this, It was really nice to meet you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time in Australia before you go back to Japan. And I hope we do catch up again. Anyway. Yeah. We might have to do some research on what this this crown thing is all about. Because all right. It's a bit of an ad for what is it? Oh, okay, let's talk about Muscle Nation protein frozen dessert. I've tried that one. I don't like it very much. Oh, I haven't tried the caramel cheesecake one. They're pretty low in sugar, I'll be honest. For what they are. Not my favourite, though. Well, the roadwork's bad. Yeah, Max. It's bad. I knew this. That's why Waze told me to go around. But we're here now. So, funnily enough, what was it? 10 minutes ago, I looked and it said it was 30. Oh, that's right. It was 35 minutes to the airport, but it did say to go to the left and around the water. Now that I haven't gone that way, it's added about 10 minutes to the trip because it now says it's 36 minutes. This traffic jam, Waze is saying, is an 8-minute long traffic jam. Miami State School. Was it? Oh, high school. Miami State High School. I think that's where one of my good mates went to school. Lukey, if you ever watch one of these. That's the school you went to, isn't it? Miami State High School? Right. Right, so apparently I can see people on the... Yeah, how about that, Max? I can see people on my OBS that have subscribed. I've never seen that before. I don't know where that came from. There's different buttons and different bits and pieces on this thing since I've opened it up on the new computer. I need to learn again how to get, I think it was not Stream Elements, but the other, wherever I was getting my widgets from for the subscriber number and the people watching on YouTube, which normally sits in that little box up on the top left. Yeah, I have to try and import that back into OBS. Again, it's on my old computer. I'll have to go back and have a look and see how to make that appear on the new one. You know, that rear camera's probably fully charged by now. I could probably, I mean, I'm stuck. Could almost get out and turn it back on whilst in traffic. But I'm not that crazy. What else can we talk about? Right. What else? I'm looking at. I'll tell you what. We've streamed non-stop. There was a little glitch. Where was that? On the Gold Coast, on the M1, where it was really packed. It did glitch out a little bit. But other than that, the stream's been pretty solid today. I don't know how to use that thing. Oh, hello. We're moving. Let's move. Oh, is that 3 meters? Nice. I feel like we got somewhere. What time's dinner? Is it nearly 5 o'clock? Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'll even make it to the airport. I might just have to turn left up here, find a nice spot near the ocean and finish the stream. We've been going for over 2 hours. And really, who wants to sit in this sort of traffic for another 35 minutes? I underestimated how crap this traffic is. So let's see what Waze has for us. So we can turn, oh, there's a bit of roadworks there. So yeah, we can turn left sometime after Miami State High School, head towards the water, find a nice little posse, looking out at the ocean, and might leave the stream finished there. I mean, there's no other, like it's, there's no, I don't need to go to the airport. I'm not catching a plane or anything. So, excuse me. But, yeah, hopefully when the tram line is done, hopefully a lot of these people in their cars right now might catch the tram instead. That'll take a few extra cars off the road. I might have to import another scene so that I can oh, there we go. A bit of behind the scenes tech, just deleting something I didn't need, which was a blank scene called scene. Didn't need it, so whilst we're sitting in traffic doing absolutely nothing, yeah, talking about protein ice cream. I know the bus doesn't have their indicator on, but are we merging yet? Or is this still 2 lanes? Like, not quite yet. But, there we go. All right. When can I turn left? Here? Here. Let's turn left here. Let's get off of this beaten track. It's so beaten, it is dead. It is not moving. It is not alive anymore. Oh, I can see the ocean. All right. Couple more minutes to go. I want to personally thank everybody who's joined me on the stream today. It was literally just streaming the chaos, the afternoon chaos on the M1 southbound from Brisbane to the Gold Coast, Thursday afternoon. So thanks for joining me and helping, I tell you what, keeping me company. And there's the ocean. How good is that? Oh, I should have gone that way. Oh, I'll see if there's a good spot. Keeping me company whilst I'm in the car driving is it's helps me keep my sanity. Having people like Max. Yep, you're right, Max. Only burning fuel. Oh, there's a hill there. I can't really see the water. I want to stop seeing the water. That'd be nice. Somewhere. I mean, I'm heading in the correct direction to go back towards Broadbeach, so that's okay. But yes, it helps me keep my sanity. I get frustrated with idiots on the road, but when I'm live streaming, it's soothing. It's a bit more soothing. Speed bumps. Oh, my favorite. So this chick's running along the road with her headphones on. Okay, there's a point of interest. Chick running along the road. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's not the lane. Is it a bike track? What is it supposed to be? Is a perfectly good footpath. So it's a bike lane, and it says pedestrians use the footpath. There we go. That's a short, for sure. The sign that says that's a bike path, but all these people decide, it's just like parkrun at Kedron. Beautiful white Alsatian, that was nice. Yeah, people at Kedron Parkrun decide to run on the bike track when they don't have a bike. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Let's see if I can pull down this street and see the ocean, and then we can sign off from here. Oh, probably not. There's a G-Wagon. Like the G-Wagon. Let's just pull up right here. There's the ocean. Right down there. Right down that walkway. All right. Let's sign off. Thank you. Thank you, Max. You've been awesome. Want to thank James for jumping on the chat as well as Max. And, yeah, I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. So we'll stop it there with a pitiful view of the Pacific Ocean looking out over the beach. Yeah, might see you on the weekend. Thanks for joining, and bye for now.